All
How's good old
right.
Simpson? Freezing.
Oh man, I'll be honest, I haven't checked outside yet today. I think it was good. It's not that cold here at the moment.
Oh, really? Yeah, we were freezing
Yeah.
in Joburg this weekend. I even played rugby in a bit of rain. Um, but hey, that's what we do.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's all good.
yeah, but
But
it's
the
been
cool
a
free
been a
play
good weekend. Oh no, well I didn't really play. I had a big jacket. The kids were playing, which was good.
Ah,
Um, good job. We got
good
an
man.
interesting chat today, hey, with the guys. So I'm just
Yeah,
moving around.
100%. Hopefully, hopefully both our guests arrive. I know one of them's had some scheduling issues, so we can
Yeah.
hopefully that figures itself out. But we do have Lazola on the back end getting ready to go into it and get ready to join us. But before we do that, we are going to run through our events for the week, talk about what's happening, um, and run. Anything else, Drew, that we want to cover before we bring on our guests?
Well, let's see who's with us so far. Eh? Who's with us live?
Yeah, if you guys want to maybe drop a message in the chat box, say hi, let us know where you're joining from, put in the comment section.
We've got two. Well, Lazola being a runner-up, and we got Nomakhosi. He was one of the Invest of the Year 2021 winners, which is great. We're going to talk about what they're investing in, where they're investing. I know Lazola's out there in the Eastern Cape, eh, Dave? Is that right? East London.
Yeah.
Okay. And Nomakhosi investing in townships here in Soweto, which is awesome. So let us know if you're in the East London area, if you're in the township. We're going to bring them on, ask them what they're up to, what's their future looking like. And Dave, Invest of the Year is around the corner, where we'll be launching in the next month or two. A lot of differences, changes to this event, but it's only going to be held in August 2023, which seems like a long time away, but it's only about 14 months away, and there's a lot of planning to be done, but exciting stuff. And interest rates went up last week, Dave. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I've seen it. We've seen it coming. I think going up the zero point 0.5 is a lot more aggressive than anyone anticipated versus the 0.25. But at the end of the day, our interest rates are way too low at the moment. It makes for some really nice buying, but it doesn't really. The
Yeah.
economy can't really sustain them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting times because interest rates dropped, as we know, like a lot, and a lot of people got into the market. Lots of first-time buyers that could just squeeze that bond. And I'm just wondering, Dave, with retrenchments that we're still seeing, I think it's going to put a lot of strain on those owners, and unfortunately, and fortunately, lots of opportunity for investors with regards to installment sale agreements and all of that.
Yeah, 100%, Drew. Like, and this is something we spoke about when the interest rates were so low. We spoke about this happening. We spoke about how when the interest rates start to come back up, then affordability, people's affordability is going to be impacted by that, and it's going to start to hurt. I think that
Exactly.
with the load shedding being back on in full swing, which is fun, and just general cost of living, fuel prices having gone up how they have, I think people are going to see a lot of squeeze on their properties if they bought during that very nice low, unless they fix their bonds. But maybe they fix their bonds at like 9.
Well, let us know what you all think about the interest rate hikes. Opportunity for us as investors. It can put lots of strain on people. What are your thoughts or comments on the interest rate hike? Are they going up again, Dave? You and I had a bet that in December interest rates would go up to a certain point. Weren't you around the 8.25? Or was it 9.25?
Let me get there, Drew, if you want
I
me
know
to get.
Botomelo on one of our WhatsApp groups said, I was just see what interest rate he was at. I think around the 8 point something. So what we did, ladies and gents, in 2020, we had a bet with regards to where interest rates would be. I won that first bet, so Dave owes me a nice bottle of whiskey. And we've got a bet for this December. Where will interest rates go? Will they get back to 10? Will they get back to 9, 8.75? Let us know in the comments box. Where do you think interest rates will end up by the end of December, or the middle of
So
December?
apparently, I swung the entire way, entirely different direction. I put my money on an 8%. Drew, you're
Ooh,
sitting there at 8.5.
ooh. Okay,
I don't
so
think either of us are winning. I think Red One's winning this one. Red One went for 8.75%, and
and
Nick
I was
is on 9%.
8.5, eh? Okay. So,
I
and
think,
interest
yeah,
rates went up to 8.25. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah, I can't remember.
So you say that. So let's think about this, right? So we've got 6 more months of the year. How many more interest rates are we expecting to see? Do we know?
Maybe another 2. Another 2 would be aggressive, but at least another 1.
So hopefully, if we get 1, there's a chance it's only 0.25, and I get a bang on 8.5.
Cool. So looking at the chat box, we got Brad Wright joining us from our YouTube channel. We got Jerry Sakana on Facebook as always. Kerry's also on the YouTube. Adele is here. Popa is asking about any events coming up soon. Nothing in person this week, but I'll talk a little bit about events in a sec. Tembi's betting 9.5, Mark's at 9 with Niku, and Tombi's over there. Cool. Do we want to quickly cover events and then bring on our guests?
Let's go through what's happening this week, eh?
Cool. It's going to take me very long. There's a lot happening this week. I'm kidding. It's nice and easy and chilled. Nice. This week, unfortunately, we've had to just restructure a few things because of Durban just falling off the side of the country, apparently. Durban, guys, I hope you're safe. I hope you're warm and dry. Yeah. But in terms of what's happening this week, we have our Mastermind this week, Tuesday, and sorry, am I getting that
Tuesday
right?
Wednesday. It is Wednesday, isn't it?
It's Wednesday. Sorry, 25th.
Yeah, 25th.
So Mastermind's on Wednesday. That's for our intermediate and professional members. Check your emails for your information on a join, or you can hit us on the WhatsApp group. And then Thursday, we've got a coaching and legal support webinar. That's on the 26th. And that
maybe if I just touch on the Mastermind, there's a few people asking about the Mastermind there. So the Mastermind, like you said, Dave, for our professional members, and it's very much around accountability and giving you support. So what happens is we all jump on a call at, say, 6 o'clock. For the first 15, 20 minutes, I will address you. And Dave then puts us into breakaway rooms with the property coach. So, for example, Nico, Jay Barkays, and Christian's joining us, Dave, on Wednesday night as well. He said he'll take a breakout room where the coach will go to a room with you. Sometimes there's 5 of you, 8 of you, 10 of you, and you discuss issues, answering questions, holding each other accountable, where you get signed an accountability buddy. I'm back into the room with myself and Dave, and then we just conclude. So that's what happens with these masterminds. Very, very powerful stuff. And then, Dave, you'll say in the group coaching and legal support with Bruno Samau's team, and Dave and myself is purely just about support. So you can throw any question at us, whether you're beginner, advanced, developments, installment sale agreements. It's purely there for the support of the members within the Property Academy and the SA Property Investors Network. So if you are part of the SAPIN group or membership, or you are part of the fundamental course, make sure you join Dave and myself on Thursday night. Sorry, Dave, I just wanted to go a bit more.
No, it's good. Well, you sort of, Bentaki asked a question on that. To join the Mastermind, Bentaki, you just need to be an intermediate or professional member, and then you would have received an email about it last week, or if you're in the WhatsApp groups, I think the link was posted over the weekend as well. Or you can just message us at support@sapropertynetwork.com, and we will sort you out. But you do need to be a member. There's the email address in the chat box as well for you. Looking a little further afield in terms of what you guys can start planning on, next week Wednesday is a Cape Town casual networking events, and then someone is asking when's the next in-person event. I assumed in Joburg. I believe that's only going to be happening in August. It's the next in-person networking event.
We've just had an awesome one last week at the Premier event.
Yeah,
the full house again. Loads of content, Q&A sessions. So make sure you do book for the next event. Like Dave said, the next event, the next live face-to-face public or Prem will be in and around August time.
100%.
Okay. Is that all for now?
I believe that's our admin out of the way. We don't have our second guest on, but we do have Lazola on. Drew, do we want to roll
Nomakhosi. So Nomakhosi also, she won the beginner category of the year. She arrived, I think, at 1:45, David. Tambo, she's on her way home now. And she said she'll join on the phone if she has to. But I said we'll bring her on around about 1:20. So let's see how that goes.
That's good. So we got a bit of a video from Taff to talk about Lazola, and then we'll bring Lazola on just to quickly run and talk. We can start chatting. If you guys have any questions for Investigator Award winners or for Andrew or myself, please feel free to stop uploading those questions now. I'm going to run this video, and then we'll bring Lazola on.
Cool.
journey with TUF started in 2019 when I saw a potential property and I needed funding. Your conventional banks, I won't mention names, but I mean, they went of assistance. But when I Googled TUF, because I've heard of them before, and then we started, talking, that's where I saw that, these are the people I should have been talking to at the first place. The property we're showcasing is CZ Coops, and it's in the inner city. CZ Coops, there's something very unique about CZ Coops. The fact that it's named after my grandfather, who was played a very huge role in me in the property sector. It was dilapidated, but I've got a skill of seeing the beauty through the ugly walls. So I knew that with my team we'll come up with something very beautiful in the building at the end. So it was 3 shops in the ground floor and 15 apartments in the upper floors. We've managed to change the 15 apartments and convert them to 46 units. We cater for students who can afford the accommodation there, for startups, professionals that have just started up. They just want, their space. There's some people that also have houses out of East London, but they come here for work. So those are the people that we're targeting. And it's quite central also. The transport route is just on your doorstep. So it makes life very, very simple for people. I'd refer any upcoming property developer and established property developers with TUF, because TUF is more than just a bank. They understand property. They see beyond the dilapidated structures. Those are the people that you need in your team. They've got people that are experienced in property. So whatever that you come on the table, they are there willing to refine everything that you've got there to make it work for you.
Awesome. There we go.
Shop.
Lazola
It's a nice
and
bid. How's Lazola, how are you doing?
Can you hear us?
Should be able to.
Hello. Let's make sure that Lazola's volume is up on his phone. Let's make sure he can hear us. And Lazola, if you can, maybe say a few words. I think he's going to try and go to a location where maybe the signal's a bit better. Let's just see. Lazola, let's just give him a minute or two. Unless if you want to quickly give Lazola a quick call on his mobile, and then I'll tell the guys more about what's going to be coming up.
No, we can hear him. It's all good. Lazola, are you good? Can you hear us?
He's not even
Let's go.
speaking.
Karen, I want to get in touch with Lazola.
Okay, cool. You get in touch with Lazola. We did have Lazola on a bit earlier. You can hear us fine. Not sure why he can't hear us now, but we'll get him back on. And then I know Simone was going to reach out to Nomakhosi as well to see if she is ready to come back. But if you just joined us, welcome to Andrew and Dave's Coffee Chat at 1 o'clock. We've got 2 guests today who are part of the Investor of the Year competition 2021. Lazola, who was a runner for the big leagues, did an amazing deal out there in East London with TUF financed him. And Nomakhosi was financed by Standi, which is part of TUF 21, all around investing in townships. And you'll see more and more of this, of people investing in the townships, which is fantastic. Let's just see if give Lazola another go there. Lazola, good afternoon. Can you hear us? Just say one word. Say hello. Can you hear us? Just say one word. Let's see if we can hear you.
Definitely getting audio from there. I don't think he can hear us.
We can hear us. So his audio is actually working, but he's just not speaking.
Yeah, we can hear Lazola. Lazola can't hear us.
His phone is down. So you just got to get through to Dave Summer. I just say put your volume up.
Yeah.
You can hear the background. And we're going to ask questions to Lazola like, How did he find the deal? We know how he financed the deal. And what is next for Lazola? What kind of deals is he looking at doing now? Where is he going? What were the challenges that he faced? So start thinking of some questions for Lazola. And then as soon as we can get hold of Nomakhosi and get her on board, we're going to ask her questions about township investing. Part of the SAPIN Youth Day, there's quite a few youngsters now that are looking to invest in Soweto, getting funding from organizations like Umastandi that fund back rooms. There's a great rental market in some of these townships, and it's becoming more and more popular. In fact, one of the categories for Investor of the Year 2023. So for those of you that are investing in townships or you want to go into townships, like I spoke about earlier, the Investor of the Year, the competition is changing slightly, where one of the categories will be the best property in a township. So we want to see more players investing in quality and affordable accommodation in the township. So there will be a category just for that. So let us know if you are already investing in townships. If you are already investing in townships, let us know where, which township, what's your strategy. Is a multi-let, student accommodation, buy-to-let? What are you doing in the townships? And we'll see if we can get, I'm pretty sure I can actually even hear Lazola. So we'll get Lazola back on. And let's see if he can hear us. Okay. I can hear his background noise.
Yeah, I can hear Lazola as well. He's not answering his phone. He's not responding to WhatsApps. It's
okay.
and gone.
Okay. So
All right.
we've got Nomakhosi also trying to join right now. I just coffee chat. So she's in the car on her way back. So Dave, you should see her joining the live stream any second now. So I guess just some of the changes, because you are launching in about a month's time, the Invest of the Year 2023. You've got to tell all your friends about this, your colleagues, the whole lot. Anyone that's interested in property in South Africa needs to know about Invest of the Year 2023. So yes, last year we had the most innovative, the beginner category, big league, social change. Some of the differences are now the student accommodation deal of the year, best multi-let deal, best flip, the SAPIN Youth. So if you're young and you're listening to this, there's two categories for the youth. We want to look at the best startup, a property business, and then the best property investment deal of 2022/2023. So we also now including the youth into this great initiative. And then, yes, the developer of the year, that will go back a few years. So just watch the space, call it June 2022, July 2022. We will formally be launching Investor of the Year 2023. So mark the space. We will be making a lot of noise around that. Dave, tell me who else is with us. Are there any questions, any more interest rates? Are people saying any comments coming through there?
No, we've got any questions. Yeah, we got Komoto's joining in. Good day, Komoto. How you doing? We're just trying to get our guests on at the moment. It's all good. I'm just.
We'll persevere and we'll get them.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see. I've also got my Facebook live here in front of me, seeing who's on with us. It's good to see quite a few newbies. We're actually talking about interest rates. So if you just joined us, I can see quite a few people just joined. We were having a conversation around interest rates and how they've gone up. And Dave and I, for a bit of fun, had a competition in 2020, hey Dave, or 2021 with regards to where interest rates would go. I won the first one. And now I said that this year, by the end of the year, interest rates will go up to 8.5. Dave, I think Dave was at 8. We've got Tombi saying 9.5, Jerry saying 9.5. What does everyone else think or say? Where will interest rates go to? Let us know. And, unfortunately, I was saying, unfortunately, but it's fortunately as well, is I, as a property investor, am coming across more opportunities. When I say opportunities, investors with very little equity, they're being squeezed. The problem is if I go in there and buy the property, the price they bought at may not work for me as an investor. However, if I can structure what's called an installment sale agreement, not saying it'll work on every deal, but there'll be a percentage of deals where it does work. And it's a great opportunity of acquiring and controlling an asset. But I won't go into detail, but just note that with interest rates climbing, my opinion is that we're going to get more installment sale agreement opportunities. So make sure as a property investor, you've upskilled yourself, you understand how that works, and you know how to pitch it to sellers and estate agents. Yes, we've done it through agents, and we've done it directly with the sellers. So just make sure you understand how that works. So let's go back to Dave and see if Dave has had any luck with Lazola.
Having no
No
luck
luck.
with Nomakhosi as well. Lazola's back on now, so we can hope that everything's working.
No worries.
Lazola.
I also know Dan wanted to join us because Dan was going to talk about the Soweto event. Actually,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, Lazola, we can hear you.
Okay, my camera is off.
No
Yeah,
worries.
that's fine. That's fine. We can hear you though.
All right, great.
Lazola, how are you, my man? You good?
I can't hear Andrew though.
Weird. You have to ask some questions, Dave.
Okay, I'm just getting bombarded here on WhatsApp as well. It's good. So Lazola, how's everything going? What's news? What are you busy with?
Hi, Andrew and Dave and streamers. Well, all has been well. I've been quite busy since the IOTY awards. So I'm busy with a conversion now, converting 9 two-bedroom apartments into 24 in the main building and the outbuilding 11. So it's a conversion to 36 from 9 apartments.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
Is
Good.
that the second opportunity? Or was that the first
Was that
one?
the second deal that you were working on, Lazola?
Yes. And I'm nearly complete. I'm due to complete in the next 2 weeks.
Ah, man, that's awesome. That's good.
And you financed
Sorry.
that tough with someone else?
So Lazola, was tough your finance on that one?
Yeah, that's tough again. Tough was at it again.
At it again. Was it easier going through tough the second time?
Yeah. I mean, working with tough is a breeze. Eh? Yeah, it's actually easy.
And tell me,
As long as you've got all your, the documentation they need. It's a smooth process. They are very helpful as well.
excellent. And we are talking about East London, eh?
I've got difficulty in hearing Andrew. I can't hear at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll keep relaying the messages. Just trying multitasking.
East London, eh? We're talking about East London.
Yeah. So Lazola, where are these deals? I know the first one is out in PE, East London side. Where's the second deal?
The first deal is in East London, in the Oxford Street, which is the main road, back in the city center. Yeah. And the second one as well is still in Belgravia, but more, let's say, like 2 blocks away from the first deal.
No, that's good. And Lazola, where's the next deal? Or are you going to focus on these two for now? And Lazola dropped off. Well, Lazola gets back on. Nomakhosi, can you hear us fine?
We've got Nomakhosi on, the winner of the Beginner Category 2021, funded by Umastandi Tough 21. It'll be awesome to get her on if the internet allows.
Internet's not allowing.
Because we can always answer him. We'll get Daniel on anyway, just to talk about the Soweto event. Somebody asked about a Joburg event, a Gauteng event. We actually do have one coming up on the 11th of June. It is Youth Month, as we all know, in the month of June. So we'll send Dan a link so he can talk about that. And let's hope Nomakhosi can get her internet to work and see if Lazola comes back.
Lazola, can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's only Andrew that I can hear.
It's fine. I know how you feel. Can I get that feature on my phone?
Hi, be nice.
So Lazola, what's next for you? What's the plan? Are you going to focus on these two deals for now? Are you going to go find number 3?
You know what, Dave? I've realized that this is my life. At first it started as a hobby, but it's my life now. It's the way of life. So yeah, I have to look for something else. I'm always looking.
It's time for the next one. So what's your next deal going to be? Are you going to keep it local, or are you going to try to get to one of the big? Are you going to try to get to Joburg or Cape Town? I hear Durban's on a discount at the moment.
Yeah, I'd love to do Durban. At least I'd get in there cheap. But no, for now, well, I'm open to do business. But I'll I'll still be around Eastern Cape, but I'm open. I'm open to venture and other deals as well. I've been doing a lot of deals, alone, because I'm the sole member in the entity. So now I'm looking at, venturing with, other entities, creating SPVs for bigger deals.
Cool. And Lazola, your perspective on East London at the moment, are you optimistic? I know last time we spoke, you were very fond of East London and how it's growing. Do you think that's still happening?
East London is still growing because more and more people get employed, so they need places to stay. With the interest rates going up as well, it's not too favorable for other people to start purchasing properties now currently. So East London is growing, but I look at other classes like your industrial now and more commercial, because I kindly feel that I'm quite invested now in residential. So I need to diversify a bit, add other classes like your industrial.
And is that where that's where the market's strongest in East London, industrial? I know Cape Town, we've got a huge industrial shortage at the moment. So is that where you'll be leaning towards?
Yes, industrial. That's what I'll be. Yeah, well, Cape Town, I'm open for business as well in Cape Town. I'm just looking. I'm not only here in Eastern Cape. No, whatever that's property, and it's all about the numbers.
Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Nomakhosi's gone again. It's good. Lazola, I think. Drew, do you have any other questions? Do we have any other questions for Lazola at the moment?
No, I think
Otherwise,
for
we
me,
can bring that on.
just finding out the opportunity that's out there, and who's his tenant market. And you've asked the question about would he invest in Joburg, Cape Town. But I guess if there's a good opportunity in East London, and Tough do believe that there is a good opportunity there, very strong rental market, just trying to find out more about the rental market. But he has answered some of those questions. I'm not sure if there's any more questions from the audience. Let's see.
So there's a question from Blessed over here for you, Lazola. Blessed says that they find East London expensive to purchase in, considering the lending interest. How do you source these deals with such a good price?
Well, any deal, I believe any deal is negotiable. So these are the same deals that are off there in the market. I'm lucky if then I get, one of these agents that know me. Hey, Lazola, there's a property in the market. Are you interested? So, also making networks with, the agents, people that are on the ground in the property space is also quite helpful. But I mean, you negotiate. Every price is not cast into stone. Negotiate. That's what I always do. Negotiate.
Awesome, man. Yeah, 100%. That's what's important.
And I think, Dave, in terms of negotiation, a big point for
my
everybody.
My mentor used to say that, not every deal can be conventional. And I learned by being a member of SAPIN that, not all deals are conventional.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Conventional.
Cool. We got Nomakhosi on the line. I'm gonna try to bring Nomakhosi on. If you guys have any questions for Lazola, he's still gonna be here for a couple more minutes. But we're gonna see if Nomakhosi is gonna speak to us. Hi, Nomakhosi. How are we doing? Give it to the count of 5. And Daniel's up. How's it, Dan? No, Dan's muted too. Go ahead, Dan, as well.
Oh, so sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Good, he's legitimately muted.
How are you guys doing?
Good in you, man.
100%.
Bless, thank you. Bless, thank you.
Awesome, man. So, Dan, I know there's a big event coming up, on the 11th of June that we're organizing on Friday. I sat with you like pretty much all day Friday, planning the SAPIN youth event in Soweto. We've been to the Soweto Theatre before. In fact, there's the first time you crewed for us. Young Daniel, you must have been 18 years old at the Soweto Theatre. We had Benny McCarthy, the South African footballer player there. We had a label there. Where there's a massive event, remember? And you coming back as head of SAPIN Youth now, from crewing at that event to coming back as the boss. And another young students that were at that specific event, that rally, actually sponsored on that night, and they're coming back. They've done deals. They're active. So tell us more about a little bit about SAPIN Youth, but more importantly, the 11th of June and some of the speakers that we are getting there.
Thank you so much, Anzu. And we spent the majority of the day on Friday together discussing and planning a big SAPIN Youth event. So for those of you who do not know, SAPIN Youth is a division of the SA Property Investors Network, which is called SAPIN. So the whole point of why SAPIN Youth exists is to tackle the unemployment rates and help youngsters create true wealth using property ownership or property entrepreneurship, right? So it's not just about investing, but for those that want to invest, we've got career plans, we've got mentors, we've got everything to enable you to make a success. But like Andrew said, it's more about building businesses, right, around the property sector. A group want to become project managers, right? They've created a company for project managers, and we are hosting a big event on the 11th of June. And looking back at it, Andrew, call it like 4 to 5 years ago, when I started off my property investment journey, and I got a wonderful opportunity to be a crew at the event 4 years ago at the Soweto Theatre, and it was so awesome, right? So Candace Van Wyk was the host at the event, and I remember Riley, like Andrew said, Riley was speaking on stage, and he sponsored, I think, 20 memberships. And amongst those was a youngster called Bumlunko. So Bumlunko, because of that mentorship, right, Bumlunko literally bought a property in Edenville. And so I think we were at his property last week, was it?
Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy how things work out, right? And it's about why we're creating this event is to create more stories like Bumlunko, right? And giving youngsters an opportunity to use property to literally change and shape the course of their future. And I'm super excited about the event on the 11th of June. We've got tons of people coming up. The guest list. Yeah, so the guest list is scary even for me. So we've got Lebo Gunguluza who will be there. We've got Jabu Zwane coming from Mindstate Institute Development, talking about mindsets of young property investors, how to literally use I think he calls it the 5 C's, right, of high performance. And then we've got Shilly Boy Mutiba coming to talk about financial literacy. We've got Leroy Slava coming to share his story and share how youngsters can make money in property investments. Geez, that's just to name a few. Hey, Absa Bank is coming.
We've got Vuyiswa coming. So Vuyiswa, the ex-CEO of Sabib, she'll be coming. And she's been a judge for Investor of the Year 2 years in a row. And she definitely wants to get involved.
Will you have a recording of this, Andrew?
Is that Lazola in the background there, Dave?
Yeah, that's Lazola over here. So Lazola, we've got the recording for this one.
Yeah, which is perfect. And then Dan, also this morning, just before this, I got an email from the old Estate Agent Affairs Board, the new Property Practitioners Act. I've got the team coming out from there, and they want to address all the youngsters. We've got Raleigh. Raleigh has said he's coming as well. So Dan and I, that Friday session I had with you, no one said no, put it that way, because I wouldn't take no for an answer. So we've got this whole group of powerful speakers coming to that day. It's a workshop, Dan, on the Saturday. That's a great thing. It's not in the evening. There's no rush. We've got the theatre from like 9 o'clock to about 3 o'clock. So anybody in and around the Joburg, Soweto area, if you are youth, if you're like me and you look 21, you can still come to the event.
I think also Nomakhosi is coming. I think she's coming. Yes. She's hopping on board. You guys are going to have a conversation with her shortly, but she is coming, and the idea is to get Mastandi there as well to share the opportunities within Township. So it's going to be an amazing time. I literally can't wait.
And where is the opportunity in the townships? And it's not just like Dan, you said earlier, it's not just about investing in the property. Yes, there's opportunities. Yes, there's the rent-to-rent opportunity in the townships. But what about becoming a letting agent, becoming an estate agent? starting a basic project management business. Like you were saying earlier, the whole SAPIN Youth that we've already created and getting success with is all about how do you create an income stream? How can we teach you how to create multiple income streams in property? That's the exciting part of this Saturday. So Dan, I'm super excited. And your 17 entrepreneurs, you've got them under your belt, and they'll be presenting on the day as well, which is great. But John, unfortunately, Dan, I mean, shame. Lazola and Nomakhosi's internet weren't too good, but Nomakhosi's joining us on the 11th of June. So before I think we wrap up, I'll check Facebook, see if there's any comments or questions. Anything that you want to say, hey, Dan?
Thanks so much for having me on again. Always a pleasure jumping onto such sessions. Looking forward to the event looking forward to meeting and networking with a lot of you guys that will be coming. And we've had a couple of complaints with regards to the age limit to 25. We are fairly flexible. So if, like Andrew said, if you look 21, look 25, come to the event, and let's see how we can help you. Eh?
Absolutely. Okay, no, cool, Dave. But I think if there's no real questions, I don't know if you want to do a recap of the events for the week, just the 2 events coming up.
So we got the one question from Fiona. Fiona, we did discuss this a little earlier, so you might want to watch the replay. Interest rates are not going to go down. They came down because of COVID, and they're going to keep on going up. This increase is just the first of many, so get used to it and get planning. Otherwise, Drew, let me cover the events. So like I said, everyone, it's a pretty easy week. We've got 2 virtual events. So on Wednesday, we have our Mastermind. So that's for intermediate and professional members. It's a really great opportunity to sit down, network, share your problems, and come up with solutions in a group environment. We're also going to do some goal setting, hold you accountable, and run through that. We do have something big coming up for the Mastermind soon, so keep your ears up for a slightly more interesting Mastermind session. And then Thursday this week, we have our coaching and legal support webinar. So that's for our foundation, intermediate, and professional members, as well as anyone who's on some of our courses. You could join Andrew and I on Thursday afternoon at 6 to 7 just to do our coaching deal spot. We also have our attorneys from British Smile Attorneys and our accountants from Intergen there to help ask some of those more technical questions that Andrew and I are not smart enough or legally allowed to answer. And that's it for the week, Drew.
Yeah, nice and chill. There's lots of support this week, which is great. So we look forward to seeing all of you that can be on these events this week. Dan, you'll keep prepping the 11th of June. And then, Dave, I'll catch up with you later, man.
100%. Lazola, do you want to give us any parting wisdom, any other last mentions? You're out in PE, West London. If anyone wants to meet up with you, how do they do that? No response. Okay. Dan, I put your email in the inbox. Anyone, if you want to get in touch with Dan, you can email Dan at dank@sapropertynetwork.com. And if you have any questions, you can always contact us and we'll help you get in touch with Daniel.
Just lastly, Dave always seems to forget that the Mastermind, the youth will also be part of the Mastermind session. So not just professional intermediate members.
To my credit, that's only happened once so far, so it's not in my memory.
Yeah, actually, and to be fair, I forgot as well. So so Dan, you'll be taking the youth into a specific breakout room, won't you? Because that's how the Mastermind works. It's different breakout rooms. We've got a couple more coaches joining us, which is awesome. So Dan, you and what's his name, man, from Cape Town? Jason. Yeah, we'll be taking the guys into a breakout room. And that's it, guys. I'll be chatting to all of you. Have a great week. Go out there, take massive action. If you do need help and support, just reach out to us and we'll help you where we can.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone.